For all these years, I mean, the past years, there is something actually in my mind. I can never really get over it, and every time when I think about it, I feel pain, a lot of pain. It was 2010. I was 19 years old. I remember that year because it was a really tough year for me. I had failed my exam to enter university, and I felt really low because that university I really wanted to go. And then I don't know, starting when I stopped talking to people. I just, every day go to school and then come back home and nothing else. And my mom got me a phone, but I don't want to use it. So most of the time it was shut down. And I was remembered, there was one night, I think that was a Friday night, if I remember correct. I just came back from school like normal, and then when I into the building, or before I entered the building, there was a guy. He just came to me. He was running to me, and when I saw him, I said, hello, hi. He was my neighbor and I know him, and he was asking me, it was kind of he's like, Faye, do you know that there is somebody in your school just suicided? And I was a little bit shocked, but not that much, because we have so many students in the school, and we were in like an art school, so it's sometimes sometimes it happens, but I was still shocked. But I answered, I said, I have no idea, because we had so many people in the school. And then I just cut the conversation and then go running up to my own apartment. And as soon as I reached the door, apartment door, I heard there's a phone ringing inside. So I thought that probably my parents, my mom or my dad. So I just, make everything in a rush, open the door, right inside and pick up the phone. And it wasn't my parents, it was my friend. A friend, normally who doesn't call me that much. And she was like, talking in a really low voice, and she's saying, Faye, where were you this afternoon? I said, look, I was in school. I didn't pick up the phone, sorry. And she said, you know that one of our friends passed away? And I said, look, I don't think so. And she said, yes. It's our friend. It's a friend of her and also a friend of mine. And his name was Liu. And when I was, hearing the name of this guy, I was like, oh, come on. This can't be possible. You are kidding. And please stop joking, because this is not funny. And because I don't believe it. It's just like a huge shock to me. I can't accept the truth. And she said, yes, it's him. And she started to explain me what happened, including that his body was found in an empty room 3 days after, by the security guy, and he hanged himself and so on. And I can't remember all the words he was saying because my brain went blank. And I didn't really notice that I fall down on the floor. And I don't remember if I said goodbye or something, or I just, put it back the phone. I can't breathe. This is a huge shock, a huge pain just attacking me, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. One of the reasons I couldn't believe it because I knew this guy from a school event, like a school activity, and he had this really beautiful smile. I remember so clearly. He got this smile like sunshine, like a real sunshine. And I remember that day when I told him, I said, I'm so sorry that you wasn't chosen, even though he's supposed to be chosen because he was the only guy who entered, rehearsal and everything. But I thought he was so shy, and we're looking somebody, can talk to everybody, to be the person, in front of everyone, to holding the event. So I said, I'm so sorry. You didn't have the position. I'm so sorry. I saw he got be angry because he was the only guy want over there, and he's supposed to be chosen, but because I was selfish, I thought he was shy. I thought he probably messed up with the event and things like that. So I said no. But yeah, he didn't. He wasn't angry at all. He was smiling at me, and he's like, no worries, I understand. And then I feel ashamed. To be honest. And when I heard that he passed away, he suicided, I felt so much pain that I couldn't express. He was only 18 years old, and I was 19, and he was trying so hard in this world to change himself, to suit in, to make changes. But in the end, people like me, so cold that we didn't give him the opportunity. Even though I know the reason that he chose to end his life, not because of me, because we've been through the same thing. He was trying to go to this university that he really wanted to go, but in the end, he couldn't. So yeah, I understand him perfectly. I know what he had been through, but I feel so sad, so sorry, and it's so painful that finally he had chose something different, a different way. So all these years, since 2010, I carried this pain to all the places, all the corners of the world. And I met so many people like me. And the pain is still there. At the same time, the pain actually made me to think also. So why did he choose to end his life in that moment? Why? If we've been through the same thing, why he made a different decision. So I remembered, actually, I was talking with my father the other day about his death. And according to my father, he thinks because he believed that I survived, I made a different decision, and he didn't. He made the other decision. It's because I'm stronger, he's weaker, according to my father. But to be honest, I'm not agree at all. I don't think there's something to do with stronger or weaker, because we are strong and weak at the same time. Each of us, we are the same. We are strong and we are weak. And this is not the real reason that's why we made different decisions. For me, after all these years, I've been trying to figure it out. I think I got a conclusion. The real difference, it's not because the strength of a person, is actually the method we were using back in that moment. For me, that moment, what I really used, it's the hug. If you had already watched my previous video, you already know that my method, which is the hug, which is the YongBao, actually saved my life. Because that moment, I knew that I'm going somewhere it's not very bright or not correctly. So there is something just dragged me back, which is that YongBao. And the way to do YongBao is actually very easy as well. So the first thing is close your eyes. And then have a deep breath. Whatever you want to breathe. And then slowly move your arms. And you can do this or you can do this, whatever. But just imagine, the most important part is to imagine. Imagine there's another you here. It's just hugging you right here, right now. And then stay there a little bit more. Just stay there. Feel yourself. And imagine this another you is hugging you tightly and tightly. And then that's it. This is the hug, and this is the method which saved my life. And I wish he could know this earlier. I think that moment I made different choice. It's just because I remembered this hug. And one of the reasons that this hug had actually saved my life, I think that's because most of the times when we getting to the lowest point of life, we feel stuck inside, stuck in this prison. We feel stuck in the darkness, and we start to be panic. We feel anxious. We feel actually we cannot think anymore because we are in the mode like a stalking mode. And the first thing actually is really helpful when you are in this mode is to calm down. So how to calm down? I remember before the 23rd of March of 2014, obviously, I had tried so many methods. I had asked my friends, I had finding things online. I was even, I was even getting book from the church. They are sending these brochures on the streets in London. Yeah, I tried all the way to calm down myself, but I just can't. I just can't. I felt like there's something inside, there's something pumping all the time, even I'm sleeping. So the hack which really helped me out was to calm me down. And if you are also in this stage, you feel like you are so anxious, you are so angry, you are so panic, try this. Try to hug yourself and let's see how it goes. And sometimes, yes, the first hug may not that perfect, but don't worry. You have the chance to do the second, third, the fourth, and so on. And one day, you will feel it. Okay? And then also, the second method I was using after the hug, after I calmed down myself, I remember I been back to the chair. I start to sitting down, and I can feel my breath. And my breath was much more better. It's not like, it's like more like a smooth, slow, which means I actually calm down my mind and my body, both parts. And when I came to the second stage, I start to hear my own inner voices. Don't worry, it's not the psycho ones, it's just normal ones, like different opinions. Because most of times when we are really stuck inside, we can't see through things, we can only hear just one voice inside of us. But this is not healthy, this is not good. Sometimes it is good to hear the other voice inside of you. And this stage or this method, second one, what I use is listen to your inner voice. And if you can't hear the other one, don't worry. Just keep listening. Keep listening to yourself, listening to your body, listening to your mind, listening to things around you. Okay? And then eventually you will hear something different. Not just the darkest voice, not just the despair voice, not just, the hungover voice, but something might be a little bit fresh, might be a little bit hope. And stick to it. Keep listening to it. Please. And as for the third part, or the third method I was using after hearing my own inner voices, I had something else for myself, which is 4 words. Well, in English is just 2, which is survive today. I know this sounds ridiculous if you're not in this stage, if you not feel like that low, because people in that low moments, sometimes we need this. And in the past 12 years, this sentence, these 2 words actually saved my life more times than the hugs sometimes. Because there are so many moments in life I just felt like I couldn't get through. It's so hard, so difficult. It's so painful. And this is the moment I actually start to talk to myself, and I say to myself, look, I know it's difficult today. I know today you just lost all the hope for the future. You just feel all the pain of the past and you feel nothing for today. And no worries, because the only thing you need to do is to survive today, just today. And yes, and this method actually helped me a lot. I did use this 3 method, I think, when I was in the lowest point of my life. Like I was said in the last video, I want to do the YongBao method, like a complete healing system. And the first step to enter this system, to be available, to be capable to heal, the first thing is you need to be alive. You need to be breathing. And these 3 methods, I had tested myself, and actually it worked. Maybe it's not working all three for you, but it might be 1 or 2 working for you. So if it's working for you, keep doing it and practicing it. And remember, just survive today, please. And also, let's talk about the story about my friend. Like I said in the beginning, I don't think there's something to do with stronger or weaker inside of a person's mind. I think the real reason is I had this 3 method, and thank God I had this 3 method so I can talk to you guys today. Dearest friend, do you still remember me? How are you up there? You know, all these years, you have been deep inside of my heart. Whenever I go, I think about you. And all these years, when I think about you, I feel pain. And even I run to the far corners of the world, the pain remains. And I've met many people like me who also lost their friends or family. The pain follows us everywhere. I know you choose to leave not because of me, but I still feel guilty all these years. All those dark nights, I had asked myself so many times, what if I wasn't so selfish? What if every time you passed by, I had given you a warm hug? Would you still have chooses the same? I am so sorry that I couldn't even be at your funeral, that I couldn't even say goodbye to you, that I couldn't. But all these years, I still remember your smile, that sunny smile. I know there's nothing I can do for you anymore. The only thing I can do is to transform this pain and sorrow into the world to fully live my life. Because I want to show you this big world. Because I want to introduce you to all those magical people. Because I want to let you know how gorgeous life can be. So I will fully and truly live my life with my parts and also yours. I will live my life every single day to laugh, to cry. I will got my backpack and to see this big world and meet different smiles and tears. And I will be a beam of light, even if it's faint and small. I will still let it shine. Let it light up myself and then the sky. So yes, that's why I started YongBao, for the people like you and me, even it took me 12 years. That's why I'm trying so hard to make it through today, even it's the most terrible day. That's why I'm giving the warmest hug to myself whenever I need it, even nobody can see. Because I believe you are there, up in the sky, looking at me. And I know the summer and the sunshine you were looking for will eventually come. Yours, sincerely.